are really good. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. Today we went 5 minutes later because that's how I scheduled the stream, but it actually worked out nicely because I wasn't even ready. Because I was doing stuff with the baby fish, I was putting more eggs in the tumbler so that I can hatch out more Corydoras. And then other stuff that I'll talk about in a couple minutes. Anyways, I went to the doctor orthopedic place on Friday, and I don't have to wear a splint. I just have to tape my 2 fingers together, which looks stupider.
Sure.
But I can play my clarinet now, so that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna scroll up in chat so you can say hello to people.
Hello, people.
Beck's Fish Room, welcome.
Why do you have it 35 miles away from me?
Because I don't still like those. I didn't know a good placement for it. Is that good? That's good. Oh my god, aquarium co-op. They put the logo on the wrong side.
No.
So when you drink, you can see their logo. But other people can't. So like...
That, my friends, is how... Never mind.
And then you have to turn it around and put the logo on it. My sister overfilled that. Or I overspilled it. Now my sweatshirt's wet. Beck's Fish Room, welcome. Scott's Aquatics, welcome. Jimmy P, hello, welcome. He's doing water changes right now. Eduardo, welcome. Freaky Fish Lady, welcome. Monster Fish Gal, welcome. Sandy Farrell, welcome. Olivia, welcome. Mr. Snail Guardians. And Aaron Wyrock, welcome. Scott said, I want some gold laser cories. They are really cool. Corydoras. They have like a really nice vibrant stripe on them. But they hide so much. I almost crushed one with a sponge filter. One of those aquarium co-op, like the ones with the weighted bases. I almost crushed one the other day. Which would have been sad. But I've been feeding him a bunch, so maybe I can get him to spawn. So I can be even more overrun with fish, which I'll talk about that in a couple minutes as well. Because we have a bunch of fish babies here and a lot of fish babies coming. And no room. So like... I'm going to put my phone down here so then when it vibrates it doesn't make a noise. But it still does. You know, makes sense. My mug has logos on both sides. That's cool. My Fish Tanks Aquatics, welcome. So yeah. You guys say hello to people.
Hello to people.
Lady Metalhead, welcome. Okay.
Hope you're feeling better.
Illuminati. Sometimes I forget we're on YouTube. And maybe I shouldn't joke about things. Fishymon.
Hey, Fisherman.
Fishymon said, hey Dave, where are those fancy sunglasses you have?
Yeah, that was just a filter, Fisherman. I'm not wearing pit vipers. I'm not, that.
Oh, is that on the, oh, that's the thumbnail. Yeah, we took a photo together and then, my friend took a photo of me while we were in art class, and I had like this, I'm making a beta piñata, and my friend took a picture of me while I was holding it above my head, so I just like cropped the 2 photos together, and then like, your host.
Be lucky with my eyes closed. Hey, Ricky DeWest.
Ricky, welcome. Hi Dave, nice shirt. Scott's Aquatics. Bunny Viper, welcome. Hey, I'll be lurking with my eyes closed. Hey, so love in advance all around. Welcome, Bunny Viper. Had to go get that. You know what test earlier. Still feel pretty gross. Welcome, Matt.
Yeah. I have normal
I'll take
sunglasses.
I'll take a different picture of you and then put it on the thumbnail.
I have normal sunglasses and I'm good. Select that.
Select pet, welcome.
Oh, speaking of shirts, I want a shirt this morning on Degenerate's channel.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did.
You're too lazy to email him, so technically it's my mother.
Well, yeah, I sent her the link to send to him. It's easier. Less typing that way.
Can you move your legs, please? I know you're all comfy. My sweatshirt's wet.
Ow, what sucks?
Ow, wet socks, welcome. I didn't get my shirt wet, so
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm gonna talk about some baby fish now. Let me pull up a photo. I think, yeah, it's on my phone. Hold on. Can you entertain people? I believe in you.
Hey, Stephen Pig.
Hi, Stephen B.
Maybe next week I'll be wearing that guy's shirt.
Maybe.
Or
So this isn't fish related, but look at the truck that I made in GTA yesterday.
It's a picture of it. What doesn't kill you make you stronger. Except for bears. Bears will kill you.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. But look, the truck is bright yellow, and the tires are hot pink. Because something that I like to do in effort to make him mad when we're playing GTA is any truck that I go and fix up, I have something on it hot pink. Whether it's the primary color, the secondary color, or the wheels. So, that's cool. These are my super Schwarz eye Corydoras. This isn't like the best photo, but that's one of my lasers. There's a better photo of what they should look like. Autofocus. It still hasn't focused yet. How sad.
Oh, that sucks. Tire blew out on the interstate on the way to the pet store.
Oh wow.
Mississippi hippie.
Mississippi Queen. I have this photo of you. And I have this photo of you. You guys probably hear like a lot of water, like tumbling and whatnot, because it still has not focused back yet.
Put your hand up to it and then take it away.
Magic.
I can do magic.
So okay. So right before the stream, I was talking to my father. And I was like, if we go for an hour or maybe an hour and a half today, that would be nice. Because I have a couple things to box up today. I have worms box up, and then plants. So I have to do that, get that all done up. And ideally, I would like to do a water change on my discus tank. so then it's not so low anymore.
3 and total. I thought you were going to do it on the one downstairs.
Oh, and the discus tank downstairs? Yeah, that one too. Is that what you're talking about? The discus tank downstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one too. Both of them. They both need a water change before the new synodontists come.
Oh my god.
So, the discus tank. I also need to top off 2 of my tanks up there because when they hang on the side breeder boxes, like they evaporate super quick. And if I have enough time, I want to top off my gold laser tank because that thing evaporates so quickly. I don't get it. Like, I'm trying to evaporate one of my tanks downstairs. Just doesn't happen. And break down that 10-gallon. Now, this is what's going to take some time. Break that down, clean it, move everything from that 10-gallon down to that. And then move my shell dweller babies to that. And then also, I have to move these babies down to 10-gallon downstairs. But that, I'll probably have to divide all that up between 2 days, which is sad, but whatever. The sad thing is my 2 fingers are taped together, so it's kind of sad.
Hey, Jeremy and Paul McCarthy.
Alright, so soon. Jenna P, welcome. Paul McCarthy, welcome. Who else did you say hi to?
Jeremy?
Oh, Jeremy, welcome. I saw him, but I didn't see him.
Yeah, that's the breeder boxes.
I might be a weirdo, but personally I couldn't sleep to the sound of trickling water. At first, it was really annoying. So then, like, when the power goes out, I'm like, what? Like, it's so quiet in my room that even the slightest thing, it's like, whoa. It seems loud to me. Alishon, welcome. And I'll get to your question in just a second. So, now that...
Was that it?
So, now just like as the tanks have progressively progressed in quantity in my room. And then when the fish breed, I just have to add breeder boxes. So it just continues to get louder in my room, and now I just don't care. Like, I'll film like a video, and then if I listen to it, I'll be like, oh my god, this like sound is annoying. And like, if I ever go in my sister's room, it's so weird because her room is so quiet. It's weird to me. Let me get to the questions and everybody in chat, and then I'll talk about other stuff. Alishon asks, which shell dwellers? It's the Maltese, Neolamprologus multifasciatus. And Big Tank Hank, welcome. I thought I saw someone else in here, but I guess not. Jimmy P said, remember in the spring I'm going to need tons of Corys. Stop vibrating. Let's put you down there for a reason.
Hippie John.
Hippie John, the fisherman, welcome. I bet the hamsters make noise at night too. They do. Our chinchilla used to bark at night. That's weird. So, I found some axolotl eggs for sale, and they're different more than the ones we have.
Tell the rest of the story.
Me? Rest of what story? The story that I'm telling?
Yeah.
I have to pull up a picture though.
Not the axolotl babies.
What ones?
about why the smart lady in Fort Edward thought they didn't make it. Hey, Jeffrey, once.
Oh.
And what did you say?
So we had like a bunch of axolotl babies, and there was well, at least the lady in Hudson Falls believed that there was a genetic issue with them, so they didn't make it, which was really sad. But I'm getting ones that have, they're obviously from a different household, so they have different like genetics and whatnot. And so yeah, I'm gonna get eggs of different kind, and then the lady in Hudson Falls also has Lucy eggs, leucistic axolotl eggs. So I don't know if we're gonna get some of those. But one of the morphs of eggs that I want to get is a copper melanoid. There's a picture of a male right there. And there's another one. So now this isn't exactly the same, but it's similar. It's a black melanoid. Now it won't have the spots on its head, the cool spots on its head, but yeah. So I'm going to be getting copper melanoid and black melanoid, and then maybe sometime in the future we will get some leucistic eggs.
What'd you say? 1, 3, and 5, or 1?
5, 10, and 15.
Yeah.
3, 5, and 10. No, it's 10 and 15. 10 and 15. I know that, and then the other one I think is either 3 or 5.
Yeah, there's certain batches that don't do well, I guess, with axolotls.
Yeah, but normally you get most of your losses on those days. Remember that Salvinia I got from you a long while ago? Yeah, it's taking over a bunch of tanks. Yeah, we have it in 7 of the 8 10-gallon water bridges, and it is absolutely taking over. I don't know where to put it because I'm getting new floaters this week. You know, I'm getting giant duckweed and red root floaters. So
3, 5, and 15.
3, 5, and 15. So yeah, I'm getting red root floaters, which I'm super excited about. Jeffrey Watts, hello. You can leave the young multis in with the parents I had tons years ago, grow it together. Well, when I saw the babies, I had pulled them out, so I could grow them up and put them back in the tank. I don't know. It's not that big of a tank, so I didn't want to put too many in there. Mississippi Hippie, I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello. The coppers are gorgeous too. They are. Sandy, did Monster run the raffle wheel yet? No, he's doing it at 9 to 9:30 or 10:30 tonight. So yeah. And what's the other thing? Oh, let me pull up photos of. So my friend Jen, she's in Pennsylvania. She bred some Bettas for me. So that's the male. And she bred him with this female. And there was apparently a ton of eggs. So we're going to have a bunch of axolotl babies hatching out. A bunch of beta babies jarred in the fish room. And we're also going to have a ton of Corydora babies. Because my Corydoras don't stop spawning. And then my Xenotoka doadrii, they spawned this morning. Well, she let go of her babies this morning. She's been really big for a while, but just this morning I realized that she was giving birth, which I thought was really cool. I think there's 6 babies so far.
Yeah, actually, Alishon Sandy was telling me about that before, because they take.
Alex only takes Venmo, but if you want to use PayPal, you have to do it. You have to PayPal Chang, which is actually the owner of Monster Aquarium in New York City.
Right. Thanks, Matt. I wasn't that hungry. I had ice cream, thanks. Joseph Stanley.
Joseph Stanley. So yeah, we're going to try again. And this time I think we're going to put one of the 27-gallon totes that we got from Home Depot. We're going to put that on the floor in the fish room. So those of you that may know our fish room, when you walk in and you take a right, there's this corner rack, and the 27-gallon totes from Home Depot fit almost pretty much perfectly in there. And it doesn't stick out much, so it wouldn't get in the way of feeding or doing water changes. Well, if you had to do water changes, then you just gotta take it out. What? You're never in the fish room.
Hey, QC.
QC Alcoholic. So yeah, I think we're gonna put it there. My mother will probably say in chat if we're doing that or not. But as far as I know, we're putting the 27-gallon tote in the fish room with some crushed coral in a media bag in it. And then obviously either a sponge filter or an air stone. Then the axolotl eggs were going there. So that's fun. I'm excited for some copper melanoid and black melanoid babies.
Yeah, it is degenerate.
QC, hello. Did I say hello to QC? I feel like I did.
Well, no, you did.
True. 15 is typically max on the fry, but usually never first times. Yeah, so I got a bunch of young Xenotocas, and then at the fish swap that we went to, November 21st, right at the end, like literally everyone was packing up. And the last bag on the table was this adult pair. Well, not adult pair, but there were 2 really big Xenotocas. And I decided to get them. It was $12 for a pair of them. And then I brought them home, and then they started breeding. And I'm excited. Although, I put the babies in a breeder net, which I shouldn't have, and I lost 2 of them. But I still have like 6 of them. So that's not bad. The Divideri don't have many young at once, but they are quite large. They are. My mother was like, how is that a baby? Because she's used to seeing her rice fish babies, the threadfin rainbows, honey gouramis, small babies like that, or even like guppies. But I knew, like, I was expecting them to be bigger, which is really cool. My, what are they called? Strip lights? Do not stay on here. I'm gonna have to tape them on or something. They just don't stay on here. I'll have to figure out a better place for them because they can't go here. Maybe on my wall. Oh my god.
Hey, Kenny.
Oh, what about over there? Nah. I don't know. Oh! Be careful with Xenotoca. It's super easy to cross species. They look identical to 3 species like Divideri. QC, these were Xenotoca Divideri. I'm not saying that right because I think you pronounce it like Dodroi, but I say Divideri because I sound less stupid. Or maybe more stupid to other people because I'm saying it wrong. I don't care. Anyways, do you want to see what I did yesterday? I'm gonna pick up the camera and this is gonna go south.
I think this is gonna go south.
Yes.
And landed.
Look over there. Look right next to that chalkboard thing. Can you point to it? Yeah, look, I got my license plates hung up finally. Right next to where I sleep. So now I hit them with my head every single day. But I have my Vermont license plate that I got from the back of his old truck. That came off of a trailer that we got from a dude. And then I have my 2 New York license plates that I got from a garage sale down the road. I want to find more license plates from different places. Just went to Benson's, got some coral. That's cool. I really need to. Oh my god. I really need to go to Benson's or something soon. I need to get some medication and also a bunch of frozen food, like frozen baby brines from Frozen Daphnia and bloodworms. I saw online they're out of stock, but there was jumbo bloodworms, which I thought would be cool because they're fed to like discus or clown loaches. And I thought that would be cool because there's 12 larger synodontists coming this week. And the synodontists are going in with discus and I think the angelfish. I think the 75 angelfish tank. I don't know. But I thought the jumbo bloodworms would be cool to have for the synodontists. And then regular bloodworms are really nice too. We use a lot of bloodworms because of the discus, the angelfish, and I feed. Oh my god, I melted out 2 cubes, and that didn't even feed like a couple of my tanks up here because I have 2 synodontists. You can see one moving back there, and a discus back there. And the discus doesn't eat a ton of bloodworms, but the synodontists do. So when I have more synodontists in there, then there's going to be a lot of bloodworms and blackworms that go into the tank. But hopefully I can breed them. That'd be cool. I don't know where to get slate.
Slate? It's on the way to Benson's because you guys sold the piles of it.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Hey, Lefty.
Lefty, welcome.
I've accomplished nothing this weekend. Well, congratulations.
I haven't done much this weekend either. But what I did today, I scraped some algae on 2 of my tanks, the discus tank, and then that tank up there. And then also I topped off that tank, but it's not very topped. Well, it doesn't look topped off because it's still like that far from where it could be. But last time I topped it off fully, my killifish started to get into the back of the tank. So it's topped off all the way where it's going to be. The 2 breeder boxes make them evaporate a lot. I still have to top off the 2 tanks on the top, and I really have to top off this 10-gallon tank here. If you can see that, I know the lighting's pretty bright, but it's like it's that far from the top. I don't know why, but I top this off at least twice a week. It just evaporates so quickly. I don't get that because, like I said, I'm trying to make one of my tanks downstairs evaporate, but I can't. Maybe it's the lid. But yeah. So, I don't know if we're going to go the full 2 hours because I have to do water changes for once. Danikin Aquatics, welcome. I don't know the collection point. The LFS didn't either. I didn't care because I've wanted them for a while. All 3 were called Eyes and Eye until 2016. After that, If you don't know the collection point, they're considered pet store strain red-tailed split fins. The collection point on mine are, what does that say? San Marcos. What's Matt talking about?
He said if Bex needed something to do, he's got tanks to take care of. She can help with.
That's cool. So I'm kind of excited for, well, I'm excited, not excited, for the babies right there. There's about 35 bandit Cory babies in there right now. And they're gonna, when they grow up, I'm gonna have to split them between two 10-gallon tanks. And I'm gonna have to do water changes like quite a few times a week. Oops, I just hit the microphone. That's probably really annoying. Hey Bree, what fish will you have available come springtime? So if everything goes as planned,
30 OB peacocks.
yes, he wants to get rid of his OB peacocks. So OB peacocks, orange and blue African cichlids, daisy blue rice fish, I think.
Platinum rice fish.
Platinum rice fish. I don't have many babies
Salt
of those.
pepper Corys.
I have to start pulling more eggs, but I think I have like 2 of those right now.
Bandit Corys.
But daisy blue rice fish, platinum rice fish, peppered Cory cats, bandit Corys, Vienna guppies, dragon guppies, snakeskin guppies, a bunch of shrimp, hopefully yellows, orange, red, blues, blue rillies, because there's been a lot of blue rillies coming out of that one line. Red rillies, definitely. Green jades. Those ones are doing really good right now. The other ones haven't had babies yet. Maybe angelfish babies. Probably not by spring, though.
Probably not.
Probably not, because we don't have room to spawn them separately. Longfin albino bristlenose placos.
Yep, there'll be a lot of those.
Bettas. Bettas will be ready by April at the earliest. Probably May. Possibly axolotls if the genetics are good this time. I don't know about my blue Moscows. Crevensis. Crevensis, there's regular Crevensis, and I don't know about albino Crevensis. Mollies, Dalmatian mollies. And when does spring start? A couple months.
I would probably say by March. The weather should be
February.
really nice.
So by March, I'll probably have my black Venezuelans at least spawned, and the babies will be ready. If I do a lot of water changes and feed them enough, they'll be ready about 2 months after. So by summer. So yeah, those are the fish we'll have hopefully available by spring. March 20th is spring. That's cool. I have to go fill my mug. I'll be right back.
Yeah, the weather should be good by then. I know in the next couple of weeks where the temperatures here are going to be way down. cold. I think we got Wednesday in the 30s, but after that it goes back down. And, so, yeah, I think we'll wait a little bit and stay on the safer side.
About what?
Sure.
Yeah. So, I think I'm going to go downstairs now.
Okay. You gonna feed your Corys?
I am.
Cool.
What? Why do you say that sarcastically?
No one.
That was sarcastic?
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to have to let me up.
We'll find out. Take a hike.
I am. Can Dave hold the camera for you so we don't get...
Actually, she did better last time. It wasn't horrible. My tooth is bugging me again, and I got a headache.
Okay. So,
And I need a haircut. Turn sideways, it won't look goofy.
I will. Alright, so these are my equies. You saw them last time. ABC, welcome.
Hey, ABC.
Alright, so these are the equies. I might feed, well, I'll feed the black Venezuelan and a couple others. Well, probably all the ones down here except for the Super Schwarzschild. Because like I said last time, the Super Schwarzschild, they're not as active as all of my other Corys. They just like sit there. And they're boring. So I'm going to feed these guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab
They were on the bench before.
I'm gonna grab Blackworm. I got my container of Blackworms, but you can't see it, so it doesn't matter. Okie dokie. There we go. Okay, that should show them as they come out. I think by far their favorite food is blackworms, but I can't feed them blackworms all the time. Just because that's not something that I want to do. Because if I feed them blackworms enough, they'll probably get addicted to them. Oh, I just scared them away because I... Oh. Not active and just sit there. You should call them mat cories. I should. Oops, I just moved the camera. Alright, do you have a plan of action for breeding the equies? I have some ideas of breeding the equies, and they are big enough to breed, so I'm definitely going to try. But I don't know how well it's gonna work, just because not a whole lot of people have had success with them. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try. Just probably won't be successful about it. So I think all 5 of them are in camera right now, are they? No, there's only 4. Oh wait, yeah, there's 5. There's 5, but I don't think they're all like in the middle. Well, it's not a good attitude to get started with. True. It's not. But I don't want to go into breeding them with like I'm gonna breed them and like I'm gonna have a million babies and I'm gonna be the best breeder of equids. If I go into it with low expectations, but I try really hard to breed them, and if I do breed them and I do end up hatching out the eggs, then I'll be happy.
Yeah, aim low. Good idea. Larson.
This is one of the koi cats that I don't think I'll be able to breed, but but I do think I can breed all of my other koris. It's just going to take a lot of effort and a lot of water changes and food and stuff. That's fun.
Stephen said Corydoras don't like negativity.
I'm sorry.
So you gotta be like, you can do it.
John Larson, hello. So, let me... I left my rapashi upstairs. That's what I was going to feed everyone. I was going to feed them this rapashi, this beautiful rapashi mixture that I made. But not anymore. Alright. So I have these extreme scrapers that I'm gonna throw one in there. Oh my god, there's a pond snail. Alright, they're gonna get scared away at first. But the thing that I like about these that is better than the gold lasers is because the gold lasers and the bandits, they just hide all the time, no matter what. And these guys are always out and about. Oh, look at that. How cute. So my plan is to feed the black Venezuelans. Maybe not the peppered babies, but definitely the peppered adults. So I'm gonna grab one of my grindleworm cultures real quick. I didn't actually grab my grindleworm culture, but I went and checked on them. I have quite a few cultures of them to ship out this afternoon. So, honestly, if I wanted to, I could do that for part of the stream, just like package up stuff. And I'm going to show this in a minute, but there's like 20 baby plecos in the tank. Like there's a breeder box full of them, yeah. But there's one there. One there. Crazy. And also, one of my favorite shrimp. Oh, is right there. One of my oranges. So, yeah, I scared the cory cats away. So I'm gonna set up the camera here. If you see one, then there are probably another 100 you don't see. Yeah, we have a bunch of them. So I'm gonna feed these guys. I'm trying this spawning method, so I can't feed them any live foods. So yeah, so they're just gonna get dry food, which is probably gonna be extreme. And Dr. Basilier, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna throw an extreme pellet in there, and hopefully the fish don't knock it out of frame. There you go. And now I just gotta wait for them all to come over to it. I'm excited to breed these guys, and I think a lot of people like these. I know these are my father's favorite cory cats that I have. They're my favorite cory cats that I have, so that's always fun. I'm just gonna wait for these cory cats to come out. They're being boring. I don't actually know what they're doing. Yeah. So these two obviously found the wafer. The other two are swimming up the wall. But unfortunately they're not spawning, which is sad. So those are my platinum rice fish. And I'm going to show a couple other tanks that aren't cory cat tanks, and then I'm going to show, obviously, the cory cat tanks. I should have made bloodworms. And maybe I will, but I don't know. Because we don't have many bloodworms and we don't have many blackworms left, so I'm going to have to get some. I made a document of what I had to package up, so that could be the rest of this stream, honestly. Rice fish bore me. I'd rather have pseudomcgill. True. Rice fish are so boring. But that was the fish that I had in this tank. That's the fish that I had in this tank. And I had already planned on putting the black Venezuelans in here because, you know, I already had the rice fish. So might as well turn it into a cory cat tank as well. So yeah. The leaf is getting in the way of their wafer. But you can see them at least. I have a couple blackworms left in this bucket. Maybe we'll feed them to the equies at the end. I don't know. They're eating their wafer right now, so I think they're good. But normally, I would feed a bunch of blackworms to these black Venezuelans. But like I said, I can't. I can, but then I would mess up what I'm trying to do. So basically, they're getting minimal food, and their food is like dry food and frozen food. And they're getting minimal food for the next 9 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, I don't know. So that's in hopes of spawning them. And if that doesn't work, then I have a couple other methods that I'm going to try. But this is the tank that I've been trying to evaporate. Not working very well. I wish I could take that leaf out of the way so then you could see them better. But whatever.
Hey, Crown Tail, open.
Crown Tail Half Moon, welcome. Can you tell me about the rice fish in general? There's really not much to them. They're just like, they're very similar to guppies. They're a harder water fish, and they spawn via spawning mobs. But other than that, they're not that special. Originally, I had wanted platinum rice fish because I thought they were super, super cool. But they're not.
They show up well, though, on the tanks with the green and all that stuff. Hey, T-Bone.
Honestly, I think what would be better for them, obviously I don't have the space, but I think what would be better for them is if I moved the Corydoras out of the tank, so then they had their own tank with soft water, because the rice fish are hard water, and the koi cats, they can be in hard water, but I don't know. I'll have to see what tank space I have. I don't know if I'll have any tank space left after all of the Corydora babies. But that would be ideal because I feel, ow, my hand. I feel like in the case that one of the fish got a disease, I wouldn't want that to spread to the koi cats because normally, at least in my opinion, regular fish can get all fish get diseases, can get diseases, but I feel like quote unquote regular fish would be more likely to get a disease, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to the black Venezuelans. So, I don't know. Because I don't have that much tank space, honestly. I wouldn't want to move them from a 10-gallon, from a 20-gallon to a 10-gallon. Although I could move these black Venezuelans to the soft water 20 high right next to them, and then move the peppered koi babies to a 10-gallon. Or just put the black Venezuelan adults in with the peppered koi cat babies, and then they just live a happy Corydoras life. And then, so saying that if I moved these ones to softer water, which would be better for them, to the tank next door, and then move the peppered koi cats to the 10-gallon, empty 10-gallon next to me, then I can move my limias down a tank to the tank I plan on moving them to, and then move all of the bandit cories to a 10-gallon. And then when they got a little bit bigger, I could split them up, keep half of them in that 10-gallon, and move the other half down with these peppered koi cats. Down with the peppered koi cat babies. That would, in theory, be in a 10-gallon. And then it would work out. But then, if any of my other koi cats had babies, then what am I supposed to do? Because I literally have no tank space. But I'm going to have no tank space either way. So, if my black Venezuelans had babies, then yeah, I would pretty much figure out a way, either way. Figure out a way to hatch out the babies, and I would find a place to hold them because they're black Venezuelans, and I really need babies of them because I want a bigger school of them in a 20-gallon, and then my father wants some for his thing, and then a couple other people want them. So I definitely am trying to spawn these, and I think it'd be so cool to see baby black Venezuelans in general. Let me scroll up through chat real quick. After that long rant, that was probably super boring. Holy cow.
All right.
Hey, Daniel, bless.
T-Bone's Fishies, welcome. Daniel Velez, welcome. Poor rice fish just ain't cool enough for the teens these days. I think the Daisy blue rice fish are cool, but the Platinums just aren't. They're just all white. They're not really. They're just not as cool. Alright, hold on. Do you keep a logbook for Cory breedings? I do. I have it on a document online right now, but I'm probably gonna write it down because I feel like that would be easier. I don't know. Cory cats are just so fun to watch, just like clowns. Yeah, I know. I love them. They're amazing. Did the dog just walk into my room?
No, the dog just walked out of your room. I would sell off all the cichlids that are downstairs if it were me. Take them to the pet store and see if they'll trade.
Yeah.
But that's me to free up some
I actually had, I forget what conversation we were having, but it was between me, my mother, and my sister. I was saying how I would actually consider selling, getting rid of my colony of Maltese shell dwellers, just for more room for Corydoras, in a way, just because the Maltese, they're white, the tank's white, the sand's white, and all the PVC tubes that I have in them are white. It's just such a boring tank. It's not something that I want to go see, unlike these black Venezuelans here, where when I come downstairs, I always look at this tank. I may not look at all of my Cory cat tanks, but I always look at this tank. Brianna and Dave, sorry if I missed anyone watching game also. Hello, Daniel. Yes, write things down. Sometimes it's good to have a hard copy. Be old like the rest of us.
Yeah, I agree, Kenny. I like the OBs. I like the cichlids. I like the tank that's in the bedroom, but you don't get to see them. It's not a show tank per se. We used to use it on the stream. I used to sit in there, but since this is all set up, we don't. I mean, I guess I could still, but you only see it very minimal. So I don't know. And they don't sell very well in this area. Some people they sell really good, some people they don't. But here they don't sell very well. So
yeah,
I don't know if keeping them together, letting them breed, and having more babies is worth having the big tank. Well, there's a 40 breeder downstairs with OBs in it, and there's a couple of cool looking OBs. There's a 20 high with blues and oranges, cobalts and oranges, and there's a 75 gallon in a bedroom with the bigger ones. So I don't know. That's 3 tanks being used up for fish that don't sell and could be done something else with. More profitable, yeah. If that's what the goal is. I know it's not to make $1 million, but to make something back.
Yeah.
But I agree. I would like the cichlids. Sorry, go ahead.
That was kind of my conversation with Olivia one day. Well, not exactly, but it's not that I don't like my shell dwellers. I got them for a reason. I got them because I like them. But I feel like catfish will catfish in general, I feel like is what I like more than my shell dwellers and my rice fish. Honestly, those are my two most boring fish, if I was to be honest. My other fish aren't boring because my other fish are just either cool pattern guppies or discus or synodontus, besides koi cats. So,
But we're all blessed to know you, Jimmy.
so these guys still have their wafer, but let me think. The glass is absolutely nasty on that tank. So, I don't know if I'm going to feed those guys.
Yes, 2 of them, QC, yesterday and today, and I didn't do nothing.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I went to the dump. That was my big trip.
alright, I think they finished their wafer. I'm not sure. Nope, they didn't. So I'm debating on what I want to do. Oh wait, hold on. We got some new fish today. My sister's friend from school got 2 of these. They're like blue rainbow fish. They're called Melatonia something. And they're super cool. They're small right now, but she couldn't keep them because she only had a 10-gallon tank to put them in, and she got 2 of them. So we traded. I gave her a bag of grindle worms. I actually gave her a bag like this size of grindle worms. There's an example. And when my baby Cory cats get bigger, well, I feed them oatmeal worms, which could be like micro worms and whatnot. But when they get bigger, then I start feeding them grindle worms, and then they move on to blood worms. So right now, I don't have any Cory cat babies that need grindle worms right now. I scared them all away. That's sad. They'll come out. I don't have any baby Cory cats that need grindle worms right now. It's basically just well, they only need microworms and bloodworms. So I don't have any in that middle stage right now, which is good because I have to ship out a bunch of grindle worms tonight. Well, actually tomorrow, but I have to package up a bunch tonight. So it's good that I don't have to feed any right now. But I am going to start up like a second, not necessarily second because we have a bunch of them. But I'm going to set up another culture or 2 specifically for my Corydoras. Just so... Ow! I got a slipper. Just so I always have a bunch of grindle worms, not only for my Cory cats, but for shipping out and for our other fish too. Look at how this axolotl is sitting right now. That's so cute. But yeah, so I just I have another culture of grindle worms, and I shove them all on this shelf. So then when I feed them, I normally feed them to this tank here. Then I have a couple extra grindle worms. I mean, not grindle worms, black worms. That they're gonna go back on the desk for another time. So
I got an email. I don't know from who. I can't see that from where I am. But, so this is a bag of grindle worms I'm going to ship out. There's no grindle worms in it yet. And it's labeled Crypt. That's one of the bags we got from Kelly Foreman. Basically, me and Disco Fish are trading. She wants 3 grindle worm cultures, so I'm just going to combine all 3 into one bag. I feel like that'll be easier. And she's going to send 3 starter cultures of red wigglers, which we actually have earthworms right now. I picked one up yesterday and took a photo. It was amazing. These things scare me. They're like huge. I bought them and they're labeled trout worms, so they're basically earthworms. Except for they're trout worms, which is the same thing. I don't get the point of that conversation. I'm gonna set the camera down for a minute. What were you saying?
Gloves, really?
Yes. Because there's bugs. Well, not that I don't play with these same bugs. But these worms are like scary big, and I don't want to touch them with my hands.
It's an earthworm. They ain't gonna eat you.
Oh my god.
Just grab it and pull it.
I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Pull the damn thing. Worst case scenario, pops in half.
So we use these for the axolotls. They're really big worms. I don't want to hurt him. But you get the idea. They're really big. And that's why I wore gloves, just because I wanted to show them, but I didn't want to pick them up because there's a lot of bugs in here. And I didn't want to touch them.
Oh my god.
What? You know how many bugs I touch
Ding, ding, ding.
with all of my worm cultures? Yeah. So, yeah. Those are my earthworms. So I'm going to be setting up a red wiggler culture, which are a little bit smaller than earthworms. But they stay down here with all the other worms. And these are all of my other worms. My oatmeal worms, which you can get at our Get Girl store, which is now active. This is a discus tank. They're going to get a water change later. What?
Just a bunch of stuff.
I'll give you a $20 super chat to eat a handful of white worms. That's nasty. You know, that's nasty. Speaking of, I'm actually getting another culture of white worms sometime soon. I'm gonna order them from eBay, and it's a really big culture because I didn't want to set up. I didn't want to take the time to set up another culture because it takes a while to set up and get producing. So I'm just gonna get another one because I got that $100 Visa gift card from Lady Metalhead. Oh my god, do you see how many babies are in here?
Yeah, there's a pile of them.
Oh my god, these are panda guppies, by the way. They're ugly. Kind of. But, you see, that's okay, that's a lot of babies. That's like a scary amount of babies, and I don't like it. So, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I got that $100 Visa card from Lady Metalhead. So I'm going to spend that at the store. Going to spend half of it at the store, getting frozen foods and maybe black worms if they have them next time we go to Benson's Fish Room. But I'm going to get a bunch of bloodworms, baby brine shrimp, frozen baby brine shrimp, frozen Daphnia, maybe frozen jumbo bloodworms if they have them. And then, like I said, if they have them, black worms too. And then I'm going to spend the other half on eBay getting a really big culture of white worms because I totally need another one. And I'm also gonna get an Xbox game. So we have this game called Left 4 Dead, and my father like never wants to play it with me, but then like we always play it. So I'm gonna get Left 4 Dead too. Yeah, just to annoy him. What was that? Oh, okay.
Al Sean wants me to take you out catching worms.
I've done that literally every single time we have we do the garden at camp. I find worms and I pick them up with my hand. But
Those are the same worms in that bucket.
I know, but the thing that I didn't want was I don't want like diseases, but there's coffee grounds in there. I don't know why, but I don't want to touch the coffee grounds. That's my. Anyways, this was set up today. This is a 10-gallon, duh. But it's been set up for a while. It had the white clouds in it, but the white clouds moved in with their next door neighbors, the Danios, and this one African cichlid. So this tank was freed. So now this is going to be a Corycat growout tank. How exciting. There's one pond snail in here right now. He's down there. And I'm going to take him out and I'm going to throw him on the ground respectfully. If they're ugly, why are you making more of them? I'm not trying. I need Dave to come make my basement look that good.
I feel like they're going to want the rest of the basement because they need some grow out tanks.
Yes, exactly. This needs to be like extended. So then there's
Like
more room.
What's in here? The 75s need to move out. Shelving needs to go over there. More 20s and some 10s. That needs to be a grow out room. And the other room needs to be a breeding room.
Yes, and there also has to be a rack for axolotls and a rack for bettas. Yeah.
Just, I'll build the damn thing. Don't you people worry about me.
Okay.
First, I'd have to build a woodshed, be able to build you a fish room, a grow out room.
Or, never mind. I could just add on to the, I can make a better rack in my room and just have an extra layer. My mother said I just ordered 2 pounds of bloodworms. Darn it, chat. 2 pounds of bloodworms, 2 packages of frozen baby brine shrimp, and 2 pounds of blackworms. Wow. I need Dave to come dig a hole for me with an excavator. He can't even do that for me. Like, I have to dig my koi pond with a shovel.
No, that's not what I said. I said we don't have time to wait for you to dig one with a shovel. I'll get an excavator and dig it.
No.
That's fine with me. I probably got like 35, 40 more years left in me, so I can wait.
I'm glad you're going to kill the snail in a respectful way, Bree. Yeah. Sandy, do you know that pound means pound, or do they only know it as hashtag? I read it as pound. I said 2 pounds of bloodworms, 2 pounds of blackworms. Whose stream was it? Was it Lefty's stream? I can't remember. Somebody was they were talking about the hashtag that they were doing for something, and then they started talking about well, then they called it like a pound sign. Guess Bree knows it's a pound sign. Yeah, I'm not that old or that young, whichever way, whatever. So, what time is it? My phone's gonna die. My phone's literally gonna die. So, I'm gonna come back upstairs, but I don't know how.
You don't know how to come upstairs?
No. So, I'm gonna remove myself from the stream. I'm gonna remove myself from the stream. Bye.
I can do that. There. You got it. There, you did it. Good job. It's annoying. How many hashtags and grindle worms do you have? There's no plugs down. Well, there's outlets down there, but there's no charging cords down there, Jeremy. Later, QC. I don't know where they all are. Hey, Joseph Stanley. We have
Gucci.
that's funny.
My cat.
Joseph Stanley said, I thought that let's play tic-tac-toe.
How many hashtags and grindle worms do you have? A lot. Like over 20. Thanks for coming, QC. Anytime a youngin' doesn't know it was originally pound, it makes me feel so old. Same as when they say they don't know what dial-up is.
I felt like I heard that on someone's cell phone the other day when I called and left a message. Some guy in Canada. Not that that matters where he was, but I called his cell phone, and when I went to his voicemail, it said, please hit the pound sign for more options or something.
They always call it a pound sign.
So they still use that.
But does Bree know what the save symbol on the computer is shaped like? No. Guess what I got today? I was talking about these the other day. I got this big box of chocolates because they have my favorite chocolates and they only have them at Valentine's Day. Well, it's not my favorite, but I really like them. But they only have them in these Valentine's boxes. There's those strawberry cream and the orange cream ones. So I eat those out of the box. Actually, they're all gone now. And then I leave the caramel, the cocoa truffle, and the chocolate caramel for someone else. So I bought this big box of chocolates, and I took out the good ones. So someone else can eat them. And then also, I got Fun Dip. Because in science class on Thursday or Friday, I was talking to my friend, Adriana. And she was talking about, I forgot what kind of candy. Oh, pixie sticks. The little things filled with sugar. And I was like, Fun Dip is better. But I don't eat, like, the powder. I just eat the stick. Then I got 2 other boxes of chocolate.
It's making my tooth that hurts me hurt even more.
Why? Do you want chocolate?
Mm.
You're the one that has to eat the chocolate I don't like. You know?
Yeah. I couldn't use the internet if someone needed to use the phone. There's a noise I don't miss, Steven.
So, what time is it? Not what time is it? It's 4:30. Almost 4:30.
Almost 4:30.
4:23. The sugar chalk stick. What?
The Fun Dip.
Oh.
No, that was not from a boy. They went to the store today and she just likes that candy, so she bought it for herself.
Yeah. So I got 3 packages of chocolate. I just, was that your chair? Or my chair?
Your chair.
It sounds like your truck horn.
Well,
but my 2 favorite chocolates, well, not all-time favorites, but in general, I like the strawberry cream and the orange cream. And the other ones don't taste good. So someone else in the family eats them. And normally on Valentine's Day, my mother will come home from the store with one of these boxes of chocolates. And then I'll eat the 2 good ones. So the fun thing I was gonna get 4 small ones, but I got one of the bigger ones. Because it has an extra flavor in it. The small ones only had the caramel, strawberry cream, orange cream, and cocoa truffle. I know.
It makes aquatics.
But this one has an added flavor. I can't exactly tip it because then all the chocolates are gonna fall out. But it has
cocoa truffle, chocolate caramel, orange cream, strawberry cream, and caramel.
and the small ones only have 4 flavors. So the big one has an extra flavor in it that I'm also not going to eat. Actually, I haven't had the cocoa. What is it called? The chocolate caramel in a while. I might try one. Watch, I'll grab the wrong one and then I won't like it.
You gotta look at the picture, man. Did you get the right one? Okay.
I looked at the picture. They're very similar. That one looks a lot darker in the picture. And that's the difference.
Chocolate and cheesecake. And chocolate cheesecake. By far my favorite.
That's not terrible.
We need to do this.
Can you pass me that?
Really high quality.
Please. Thank you.
Hey, Chris Robinson. I don't know if I said that before.
You don't like chocolate truffle?
Hey, making out.
Good. I'm not gonna change my sweatshirt again. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that I don't like that particular brand of chocolate truffle. I also found a different chocolate. There were the Lindt chocolates. Please don't eat the wood. But they were in this package of a heart, so that's cool. Those chocolate caramels actually aren't that bad, but I don't like the other ones. They just taste like fake flavor. My God, can you stop? First she had to eat the piece of wood, and now she's playing with a sponge. Is that what they're called? The things that you do dishes with, they're called a sponge.
Yes.
That just felt so weird to say that there was a sponge on my floor. Plus for a fish tank. Alright. So we are going to end the stream a half an hour early. I should just go a half an hour later. And we can end right when Science Scout goes. I should just start the stream a half an hour later. I don't like starting on a half an hour, but it's easier to end on a half an hour. But then there's still that half an hour time frame.
Or she'll just jibber jabber for 35 more minutes.
But I don't know anything to jibber jabber about. Do you have Ghirardelli chocolates up there? We do. Those are probably one of my favorite chocolates.
Favorite?
Favorite chocolates. Would you like a piece of chocolate?
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat the last good one, and then you can have all the good ones. You can have the 5 not good ones.
Oh, good. Lucky me. I don't know if that's a good idea. I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it. Oh, yeah, well, we have the Lindt restaurant by us. So that's kind of cool. It's not that far.
I ate the wrong
It's
one.
a big-ass Lindt store.
That's
They have all the Lindt chocolates. We just call it a restaurant because you just go in there and they give you a tray and
They give you a sample when you walk in.
samples.
Mm-hmm. I ate the wrong candy, I know.
And now they have Lindt ice cream. Right in
Which
there.
isn't really special.
Soft serve ice cream. Really not what it's cracked up for me for the money.
Yeah, like Like the Lindt chocolates, they're always really good.
The cones definitely kick ass. The cones that they give you really, because they're actually dipped in the chocolate, so that's really good.
Yes, because Lindt chocolate's really good, but the ice cream just tastes like regular ice cream.
Yeah, we have Ghirardelli chocolates. Did you say no? Now that I'm reading what your mother said.
No, I said, yeah, we have Ghirardelli chocolates. They're my favorite of chocolates.
I'm trying to think of what Shannon called, or Janine, or Colleen called them.
Aunt Ghirardelli.
Ghirardelli.
Ghirardelli. That's what we pick on her. We call her Aunt Ghirardelli because she's like, "Oh yeah, you got them Ghirardelli chocolates," and we're just like, "It's Ghirardelli." She's like, "I say Ghirardelli." I can't believe you forgot that.
I didn't forget it. I forgot what she called it.
So you forgot it?
Yeah. How she said it?
Yeah.
I remembered that she said it, just not how she said it.
Wow. I don't have anything to talk about now. I have water changes to do. 2 discus tanks. And I had to break down that 10 gallon and swap the fish.
I went to their place in San Francisco years ago. Amazing.
I'm surprised you know what SF is.
I went to
South Florida.
the Hershey factory.
Is that in... You're gonna die.
Kentucky.
You went to Pennsylvania?
Yes.
I'm proud of you. I got 5 more emerald koi cats yesterday and 15 mystery snails. I have a store buying as many snails as I can produce.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. The emerald koi cats are really cool. Hey Bree, have you had any luck breeding your discus? Not yet. I don't know if they're big enough.
Yeah,
they're getting a lot bigger than they were when we got them.
But they were young. They were only
But they're
2.5 inches when we got them.
So
that was a longer term project.
yeah. Imagine they breed tomorrow and their hatch is successful, and we don't have any room for them.
Right. That's why they were supposed to be a longer term project.
Which is when I was thinking about getting another species of koi cats, I was thinking about getting smaller ones because I could grow them out in my water, and it'd be further away when I breed them because I don't have a lot of room to breed them. Well, I have room to breed them, just not room to grow up their babies. So I didn't want a really cool koi cat to spawn before I'm ready. Right now, we're definitely not ready for any more babies. But, I mean, the black Venezuelans, I kind of have to breed those. And I am trying to breed them already. I just don't know where I'm going to grow up the babies. We'll figure something out, I'm sure.
We'll have to go up. Cut the roof off, raise it up, put up another floor just for tanks.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Or I could make I could make a wooden rack right next to you. And have it go all the way up to the
right
ceiling.
here, so it gets quieter.
That was kind of mean. But put a rack. Hey, my shell dweller babies are finally out.
Yep, I see them swimming around. Put them on.
They're fighting over the show.
Put them, give them another show. Put them on a marketplace. Give it up. Hey, skippers.
I could always go up to the ceiling and I could fit another 2 10-gallons. Or 20 long. 15 gallon can fit right there. I have 3 chocolate shops within 10 minutes. Price for really good chocolate is crazy.
You guys are funny.
Did you hear that if enough people peer pressure Steven, he might go to the Clash? Oh, then we're definitely going to pressure him. That'd be so cool to meet Steven. It doesn't stay.
If enough people subscribe to Janet P's channel, Steven might get peer pressured enough to go to the Clash. Don't worry about that. Like, just break it off.
You're the one that didn't screw it into the desk.
I did.
You didn't. It would have been into the desk.
Okay. I didn't want to split it. I didn't want to split the wood because...
You didn't want to split the wood? Of the leg or of the...
the thing. Because then there'd be a piece sticking out there and you'd get stuck on it all the time. See, I care.
So, there's 30 people watching. That's a good amount of people watching. But I don't have anything to talk about. I means I should end the stream. Unless I start doing water changes and you just sit here and be boring.
I don't know. It's a matter of money, honestly. So everyone go to Steven's channel and make sure you give him super chats.
$100 bills, yo. Well, excuse us, lowly 30 people. That's not true. That's actually more than I have been getting.
Yep.
So I think 30 is a good amount, but there's just not. I don't have anything else to talk about. I talked about the betas, the beta babies, and how we're going to be growing up a bunch of jars that are going to be, they're like 1 gallon containers, like juice jugs. Cut the top off. They're going to be sitting on the middle rack of the fish room. The axolotls, they're going to be sitting in a tote in the corner of the fish room with aeration and crushed coral. And axolotl eggs. So that's the only other thing. And then a bunch of
yes, finding more room.
and then a bunch of the Cory cats. Well, a bunch of the Cory cat eggs. Need to find room for those. And then moving a bunch of tanks, and then we fed the Cory cats. So, Bree, what's your biggest tank? My biggest tank that I own is the 60 gallon behind me. Most of my tanks, pretty much all of my tanks are 10 gallons. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 10 gallons, I think. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20 gallons. And then my 60 gallon. So.
And a 16 gallon.
And a 16 gallon.
That's salt.
That's salt. But that's a pretty big difference because I have all these smaller common tanks like 10s and 20s. And then I just have a really big 60 gallon. But I like the 60 gallon because that's right next to my bed and it's really pretty. I like the discus that's in there and I like the synodontus. I really like the synodontus.
I really wanted a 125 until they came out with them 60 breeders. I thought if the tank in the
dining room
ever crashed, I would put a 125 there or 120 or something like that. And but I think those like 260 breeders would be awesome. Right next to each other. Because I think they're pretty neat sized. Hey, Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, welcome. Someone get her a 125. Oh my god. Then I would be scared like someone would put me in the 125, like in my dream. One of my dreams one time, I was shoved into my 60 gallon. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but like I was shoved into my 60 gallon. So 125 would be bigger than I would know what to do with. Probably just do synodontis in there. And discus. She needs a 10th 10 for Corey's. I don't. I really don't.
Daniel said, "Shut up about fish. Want to know how your finger is?" That's not true.
That's pretty much. So, it's still broken, but instead of splint, they tape my 2 fingers together. So I can play the clarinet now, and I can play like ping pong, because that's one of the things that we're doing in gym. But I can't play any contact sports for the next 3 weeks, which is stupid. The 125 is my favorite size, easily replaced as it's not super expensive.
Chris Robinson asked a question.
Bree, if you had a huge tank, would you breed a rare pleco like the L23 Scarlet Cactus Pleco?
All right, I need glasses, but that's a 025.
What did I say?
023.
No, I didn't. I did not. I'm listening to this right now.
Be kind. Rewind. Listen to it again.
Do you have your earbuds connected to this?
No.
You do. Your Bluetooth is on right now.
Bluetooth is always on. Yeah, I don't know. I like the plecos, but some of them are crazy.
The 125 is my favorite size, easily replaced.
Probably annoying.
Alright,
I'll be
L20.
a small fan, but I can listen.
The L25 Scarlet Cactus Pleco. I probably would, honestly.
Or it's a 125 gallon Cory cat tank. Realistically, yes.
If it was a huge tank, I would consider doing Vulcan Corydoras if I wasn't going to do those plecos or a pleco. I would do Vulcan Corydoras because they just opened up shipping for them, just allow them to be shipped. But that's for tank race, so you can't get wild caught ones because those are still illegal. They just made tank raised ones legal.
What did we just find the other day? It was a 120.
Can't have it.
120 brand new for $200, and I think there was a 125 for like $300, but that was everything. The 125 was filter, lids, light, like everything. They were getting rid of it for $300, I think it was. That one wasn't far away, but we don't have room for it.
Brie, you haven't mentioned the bristlenose babies or the axolotls or Dave's growout bearded dragon. We did talk about the axolotls and the bristlenose plecos. I showed the bristlenose plecos. They're getting pretty big.
Yeah, they're actually doing really good.
The bigger ones I didn't show, but they're all doing good. The second spawn is all doing good, and then there's a bunch in the main tank now. The axolotls I did talk about, and we are getting more axolotl eggs. Copper melanoid and black melanoid. Or Dave's growout bearded dragon. We don't have any reptiles yet. Till the reptile expo.
Oh, he wants a leopard.
Leopard gecko.
Leopard gecko, and
You want a veil chameleon?
I like the veils. And yeah, that's true. It was with the stand and fish for $300 for the 125. That was. But we have no room for it. We do. I could put it downstairs and store it.
Um,
I know. I need a haircut too.
I think that
bugs
I think when we go to the reptile expo, if she gets a leopard gecko or a tokay gecko and he gets a veil chameleon, and if my mother finds what's that fancy-tailed gecko?
No, she liked the leopard.
Oh, the leopard gecko. So I think that we're gonna get some sort of gecko and maybe a chameleon. I don't know. And I feel like this could positively affect me because that gives me an excuse to have very needed live food cultures. Like I could get more live food cultures and I would have a purpose to having them. Because tokay gecko, leopard gecko, veil chameleon, whatever we end up with after the reptile expo, I feel like I don't want any reptiles. Well, that's not true. But I'm probably not going to get any reptiles, but I could get live food. I could get more live food cultures, which is what's important.
I feel like if we got a reptile, it would have to hang from the living room ceiling and then have like a boat winch. And crank it down so you can clean it, feed it, and crank it back up. Because or else we'd have to walk over it all the time.
True.
We have there's quite a bit of room downstairs, but laundry room, storage, workspace, wood room.
Leopard geckos are nice. They can't climb on the glass, easily fit, and readily breathe. Tokays are nasty. Remember that. Mom is getting the reptile, not the kids.
Just getting
Leopard gecko.
ball python.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, leopard gecko and veil chameleon are the two that they like. I don't know what chameleons eat, but I guess we should do a bunch of research before the reptile expo. So then, no matter what we come home with, we know how to take care of it and what live foods I can keep for it.
I could think of three people off the top of my head right now that I would ask. One
Bob
is
Kaler.
Mike's Bob Kaler and Farrell
And ABC.
and ABC. So
I don't know if he's got like
but that's,
geckos, but I know he's got snakes.
that's just off the top of my head, 2 seconds.
What reptile's mom getting? She'll probably get a leopard gecko because she saw this really pretty one at Petco. I want to get live food cultures after the cold weather, probably March, April. Yeah, you get the reptiles. I've almost got everything to get a leopard gecko. That's cool. My piebald veil chameleon is so beautiful.
Yep. I saw one of those the other day in the store. Well, I say the other day, it was probably a month ago. Hey, Levi.
It's all the same. Levi, welcome.
I don't remember how much it was, but I did happen to see one. I like the veils. Though they got them in, well, it's a glass box, but it's got trees, branches going up to the top and to the bottom. And then it's got the plastic mesh on top. And I like the way they crawl along that. That's pretty cool.
I have a fish store here that would buy culture starters, I think, to sell in their store. That's cool. I wish one of our local fish stores would want to buy starter cultures, because I feel like that would be very profitable. Just because they sell a lot. They just sell a lot of stuff in general. And I feel like since they sell out of their foods pretty quickly, I feel like other live foods would be cool.
We actually had one. We had a 40-gallon terrarium tank, thin glass, had the sliding mesh lid.
That a snake was kept in.
And
That
we
cracked.
used it for blackworms, and then
Put it outside to clean it, and then it cracked.
Yeah. So, oops, that went to the dump.
My friend breeds leopards, beauties, and veil chameleons for his pet shop. That's cool.
I think that's what Farrell's doing, right? He's breeding for the pet store near him.
I've already picked out my leopard gecko. That's cool. When are you getting it? Is that at the Reptile Expo or? Buffalo photo, welcome. Leopard geckos are so easy to take care of too, Sandy. I have no idea what goes into them.
I'm sure
Nope.
the YouTube verse has a lot of information on that.
I want wingless fruit flies. For some sort of reptile. And you can also feed them to fish.
Some sort of reptile.
I'm not allowed to keep dubia roaches. That's not fair. He sells them fairly cheap. Always has lots of beauties. Does he ship them?
I'm going to check out this expo that we're going to in March.
May.
Still feel like it's March.
There's one in March, April, and May, but she only knows the date of the one in May, which is May 22nd.
Oh, I'll be opening camp by then.
And you'll be there. Get a pair, Sandy. She should. That'd be cool to breed them. Then we'd really run out of room.
I like Bob's enclosure for his bales. Look pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. We'll go there. No shipping as far as I know.
Are you gonna eat those?
No. Did I just say something about a toothache before?
You did. You said it multiple times. I'm not listening.
With you around now, my head aches too.
I offered to end the stream.
Yeah, we're going to go to, and just like that, 25 minutes went by.
Unfortunately.
We're going to go to, there's 3 shows, March, April, and May. And then the one in May, I think the tables are $100 to sell there. But it's a reptile convention. They're looking for
Bettas and shrimp.
more aquatics to get in there too, I guess. So they're looking for bettas and shrimp.
In specific, because they do really good, apparently.
We'll bring whatever we got. And then wander around and see what they got. And,
Get a reptile.
see what kind of deals can be made. You never know.
So, like I said, we'll have the betas. The betas are a spawn at Jen's house, so she's going to ship them in a couple of weeks. So we're going to have betas and shrimp. Not all of the kinds of shrimp that we have right now, but a lot of them have had babies, so those ones will definitely be good.
We have blue, red realies.
Orange, yellow, green.
Yeah, but the yellow hasn't had babies, and the green just
Yeah, they have.
started. They did?
And the greens have babies too. And so did the oranges. Orange realies and the oranges.
The crystals haven't done anything.
Nope.
Not yet.
Neither have the blue steels.
That's all right. Give them time.
And we still have a bunch of shrimp strains, even if those ones don't breed. You need snakes in your life too. Snakes are cool.
We have blue and red, not purple.
I feel like Danny Weshy was working on this Spider-Man shrimp that in a couple of years he felt like he would complete.
I feel like that's true.
Yeah, because he talked about it in Discord.
I don't mind snakes. They take care of the rodents.
The cats do that.
No, they don't.
Yes,
So-
Smoochie does.
The dog does a better job of catching mice.
No,
than
he
the
does
cats.
not.
And then once the dog
You
stops
don't
it,
know anything.
the cat picks it up and runs around with it in its mouth, and then growls at anyone who tries to take it. Yeah, that's pretty much how it happens.
Smokey goes. She finds the mouse.
Who you gotta trust?
Me, Ghostbusters. Seriously, Smokey finds the mouse. She like hears it and she finds the mouse. She catches it, and when she's looking for it, she moves stuff and it alerts the dog. She catches the mouse, and then she runs around with it, growling all the time. And then as soon as she drops it to reposition it in her mouth, the dog takes it, and then he claims it as his.
He kills it. Like what you're
The
supposed
cat would kill it eventually.
to. Yes, it would die of boredom walking around the cat's mouth.
The cat does all of the work except for killing it.
I love what Ghostbusters does mice now.
Yes. Who you gonna trust? Ghostbusters.
Oh, snails are funny in the colony. Sorry.
That's cool, Chris Robertson. We have 4 minutes.
The ours were meant to, I don't know, shrimp are kind of cool. I like them. There's a bunch of pond scum in there and guppies.
We always had a bunch of reds in this 10-gallon. So, when we were kind of, sort of invited into this reptile expo, then we set up the rack because they, in particular, they said that bettas and shrimp sell out really quick because they can't get them.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of freshwater stuff there, but they are advertising some of it, I think. And that was deep blue sea, by the way. Who are you going to trust? Me, because I'm trustworthy.
I've seen that. Is that the one where, like...
You swam with the shark?
Yeah. Like, I've been swimming with sharks since I was, like, 2 or something.
Different store I went to sells shrimp from $10 to $18 each for Neos.
Yeah, Benson's Fishing sells them for, like, $8 to $12.
It's snowing by you, Larry? I assume? I think
It's snowing here.
Is it still snowing here? Like 3 hours ago when you were outside? I think all ours came from, I think we got one from, we got some from Papa Shrimp and some from Brian, Motor City Aquatic.
Yeah, it's still snowing.
Uh,
And it's still bright outside.
they just said no.
I did say no, because I was saying no to whatever you were saying. But yes, it's still snowing.
We got them from Papa Shrimp and Motor City Aquatics. And then one of them from Aquatic Aesthetics.
Aquatic Arts.
Aquatic Arts.
Um, 57 and sunny where Mike is. Wow.
It's like 20 and snow shower in here.
So, Science Gal's going to be going live in a minute, so we're going to shut down the stream. And he can go cry about his toothache.
You had 22 inches at your house. We had like 9.
Oh.
9, 10, somewhere around there.
10. Definitely 10. It's 54 degrees here with the wind factor feels like 30 in Florida. So, Science Gal, I didn't get the notification yet. I don't know if she's going at 5 or 5:05 or 5:15. But we are going to end the stream because it's 5 o'clock. So, thank you all so much for coming. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. And I have some stuff coming this week, so I'll do unboxing videos of those. They just won't be posted quite yet. Is it? Oh, it's 5:05? Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, we're going to head over to Science Gals. Thank you, Alishon. My mother got, I don't know how many spots. I think she got 4 spots, but it's at 9:30 to 10 o'clock. The raffle is. The spin is say for that. You can say bye now.
Bye, everyone. Yep, she got 4 spots. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. See you all on Wednesday, and see you in some chats along the way.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for coming. We'll see you Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time.